Hi, I'm Kath Brunger and I'm the CSR and Education Manager at AXA. And today what we're going to talk through is some top tips for a killer interview and a great CV. I think to ensure that you've got a really good CV is all about how you display your skills, and make sure you're thinking about your skills in terms of the job you're applying for. This becomes more flexible. So, for example, if you had a section that was entitled key skills, you can flex this depending on what you're applying for, to make sure you're bringing out the skills that you think are most suited to the job. And this is eye-catching for the reader and great for a recruiting manager to pick out straight away what skills you've got, and sticking to employability skills as well. So tell us in a short, snappy little bullet point list of all the things that you've got that are going to make you perfect for the job. Preparing yourself for an interview is really important. And there are lots of things you can do. Obviously, in any interview, there may be areas that you can't prepare for, but certainly for the big questions, there are things you can do. My piece of advice would be to think about scenarios that you've been through, and it could be how you've adapted yourself in lockdown, for example, while school's been shut. And think about how you can apply it. So lots of employers will ask about specific skills and want you to demonstrate how you have action. So, for example, teamwork or um, result orientation, things that people really want to get to the bottom of. So have some real handful, some really solid examples. Use the method of STAR, which is the best way of preparing for these questions, which stands for situation, task, action, result. And that is how you answer those big questions by following that model. You can't go wrong, and really think positively about the things that you have done. Have half a dozen of those examples to hand that you can adapt into different areas, and you'll feel far more comfortable on that interview day. If you are faced with a virtual interview situation, I have some top tips of how you can go wrong. Plenty of smiling, particularly if you're on the phone. Remember that normally when you have all of those beautiful facial cues, body language, facial expressions to rely on, when you're on the phone, you don't have that. So how you come across to an employer, your tone of voice and your self-expression is really important. And that will be right from the beginning. So I always say my first top tip is smile while you're talking. You can't go wrong. You can't refrain from coming across as positive. And that's what you want to do. You want to be engaging to talk to. If you are on camera, obviously watch your body language, watch what you're doing, make sure you're in a really quiet room so you can focus on what you're going through, and just be comfortable and relax. If you're a self-expressive person, do that. If you like to gesticulate with your hands, like I do and I'm doing now, carry on doing that. It will just make you feel a lot more relaxed in yourself. And certainly with the camera, treat it like it's your face-to-face interview, as if that person was sitting exactly in front of you and what you would do if you were there. And while you're on the phone, keep buoyant, keep energetic. Remember, do that right from the beginning of the conversation. Don't just wait for when interview questions come about. And that will get you through and you'll feel a lot calmer. Hopefully you found this bit of information helpful. And I would love to hear any questions you have if you want to come back via the live chat. And we would be happy to support you in the future.